Jai Swaminarayan Vidyarthi Mitro. I am Shivangi Mehta and today we are going to start from standard 4th, second chapter. The name of the chapter is The Young Ones. So let us start from its definition. So first of all, let me tell you that young ones means what? We all know that all the animals are giving birth to their babies. So these babies are called young ones. So first let's check it out its definition. The definition is all living beings grow and multiply. Living beings such as animals and humans reproduce young ones. So all the living beings, including all the animals, even we are also one type of animals, a part of that. So all the animals are giving birth to their young ones. Why they are giving birth to their babies, these young ones? To multiply, means they to increase more human beings like them. They are giving birth to their young ones. This process is called reproduction, means they are reproducing their young ones, and this process is called reproduction. This is the definition of that. But now let me tell you that in this process there are two main types. First one is now we will discuss that both that types. First type is laying eggs and the other one is giving birth to young ones. So let me tell you that what is the difference between both these types. So first, I hope that this definition is clear to everyone, that as per our chapter's name, the young ones. The young ones means, in short, if I will tell you that the young ones means babies of the animals. Okay, so now we will discuss its two types. First one is laying eggs. So one type is laying eggs, means this group of animals will lay eggs. Some examples of this first type is some snakes, insects. So these animals will lay eggs, and after that their eggs will hatch and babies will come out from that eggs. So this is the first type, and the second is giving birth to young ones, means the babies will come out of their mother's body or mother's womb directly. They will not come out in a form of eggs. So this is second type, giving birth to their young ones, and they are also called, this type is also called as mammals. So what is the difference between both this type? First one, they will lay eggs. Some examples are here: insects or snakes or frogs. And example of this mammals, cows, or you can say human beings. These are some example of this mammals group. So in short, if I will tell you, there is a difference that these animals laying eggs will lay eggs, and then baby will come out, hatch that egg and will come out. And in this second type, mammals, in this type baby will directly come out of their mother's body, okay, or womb. So this is the difference between both these types, and this is the definition of it. So now let's move on to our next topics. So next topic is humans and their children. As we have seen in this previous topic, that human beings are part of this category or this group, which is mammals. Means they are directly giving birth to their young ones. So in our next topic, in this topic we will discuss that how human beings will give birth to their children. So let me tell you that before human beings, babies come out of their mother's womb, they will stay in their mother's womb for 9 months of periods. After 9 months only they will come out of their mother's womb. So in human beings this period is of 9 months. So during this 9 months, how baby will grow in their mother's womb? So how that baby will get food, oxygen? So one pipe is connected directly to its mother, to that baby. Whatever the mother will eat or drink, that baby will directly receive that. So first 9 months that baby is, you can say, totally dependent on their mothers. Whatever she will eat, that baby will receive through a tube which connects them both. Okay, after 9 months that baby will come out of their mother's womb, and but even after that this baby needs particular care of their mothers. They are depending on their mother's milk only. They can't, even after coming out from their womb, they can't eat food for some months at least. They need only, they are depending only on mother's milk. And not only in human beings, in all these mammals, group of mammals, all the children are depending on their mother's care and their mother's milk for some months. So this is how the baby will grow up inside their mother's womb. Our next topic is features. So I think you all knows that all the babies are, maybe you also have hears from someone somewhere that you are looking like your father or your mother, right? So why babies are looking like their parents or their grandparents? So this is called features, or you can say hereditary traits. Hereditary traits. So what is this hereditary traits? Heredity means whatever you are getting from your parents or your grandparents, features, their color of skin, their color of eyes, all these things are called features. Your parents' features will come out in you, or your grandparents' features. That is why you are sometimes your nose, your eyes, you can say your some habits are like your parents or your grandparents. This is because of hereditary traits. Heredity means any habit or any features you are carrying, which is same as your grandparents or your parents. So hereditary traits means that you are carrying your parents or grandparents features. This means this. Okay, so let me quickly recall this previous topics, then we will move on to our last topic. So in this chapter we have learned that what is young ones. Young ones means you can say little babies. Okay, there are two types of animals. First group of animals, that is laying eggs. They will lay eggs and then their babies will hatch that egg and come out. The other one is giving birth to young ones. The baby will directly come out from their mother's womb, and they are also known as mammals. Some examples: cow and human beings. You also can think about more examples about this. Next one is human and their children. In this topic we have seen that how baby will grow up in their mother's womb, how they will get food, how they will get oxygen. Okay, next one, hereditary traits means your parents or your grandparents' features that you are carrying, that is called hereditary traits. Last one is adoption. Okay, so as we all know that we all have parents. Okay, so almost all of us have parents. They are called our natural parents. Natural parents means they are giving birth to us. Okay, but some children are not that much of lucky that they have parents. Due to whatever reasons, like their parents will die due to some reason, those children are don't have parents. Okay, so now let me clear that what is adoption. Adoption means a child who don't have parents, and some parents who don't have a child, they will adopt. They will adopt a child. Okay, so some parents, some couples who don't have child, they will adopt some childs. Okay, that process is called adoption process. So, and that child will called adopted child. Okay, so why this adoption? Definitely that question will come out in your mind, that why this adoption process is there. Okay, so some couples want child. Okay, but due to some medical reasons, maybe they are not able to give birth to a child. So what they will do, they will adopt a child. Which child? Who don't have parents, right? So that baby will get love and care of those parents, and those parents can get love of that baby. That's why this adoption process is there. Okay, some child who have lost their baby, some child who have lost their parents in some natural disaster or some accident. Okay, they can get a new family. That's why this adoption process is there. So I hope all these topics are clear to you, and I want to give you one activity, that is, today we have learned the young ones. Okay, so I will give you one example. Hens. Okay, so hens जो होती है, उनके जो babies हैं, their babies are called chicks. So I want to give you this activity, that you have to write some animals' name here and what are their babies called. So here you have to mention the name of any animal as you like, and here you have to write that what is its baby called, like hens babies are called chicks. So other animals name. This is activity for you. Okay, so thank you so much.